Do you hate Jesus yet? Or are you ready to welcome him? There was a lot of excitement around Jesus by this point. Large crowds are following him. They thought he was the king they'd been waiting for. And now he's on his way to Jerusalem to overthrow the Roman occupation and restore their national pride. But then Jesus shatters it all. In this story, there's a guy in the town of Jericho who lives on the margins, an outcast, socially alienated. His life was all about money and he didn't care how he got it. Lie, steal, cheat. He's working for the Romans, collecting taxes and keeping a hefty sum for himself. This man had turned his back on his people and their God. Decent people would cross the road to avoid him. And the crowds? Well, they thought that when their king came, people like Zacchaeus would be made to pay, to suffer, to squirm. His days were numbered. And then Jesus enters Jericho. He sees Zacchaeus up a tree. He stops and looks into the face of this godless, friendless, hated cheat. And in that moment, everything changes. Jesus invites himself to stay at Zacchaeus' house. It's a take your breath away moment. Jesus turns his back on the crowd to side with the outcast. And Zacchaeus, he finds a friend in the Son of God. At the end of this story, Jesus makes a bold claim. He says that people are lost and cannot help themselves. He's talking about being under God's judgment, and there's nothing we can do to clear up the mess. But he also says that he's come to seek and to save the lost, to rescue them. I wonder what you make of that claim. The truth is, his verdict on us is not flattering. We don't like to see ourselves as lost or helpless. But if we let him, Jesus will save us. He will transform us. There's eternal life. Saving the lost comes at a cost for Jesus. In saving Zacchaeus, Jesus is abused. The crowds turn their hatred from Zacchaeus to Jesus. In a few days' time, it won't be Zacchaeus up a tree. It'll be Jesus, nailed to a cross by the people who hate him. But he'll still be there to save the lost. In fact, he'll die in their place. He will take onto his own shoulders God's justice for Zacchaeus' sins, for my sins. Jesus tells us that we're lost. Will you welcome him? Or will you despise him for even saying it?